Man, oh man, it's gonna be some sad situations if these
Sad.
doggone Knicks go out in five. You know what I'm saying? They can't go out in five, man.
Why not? What's going out in 5 is just as good as going out in 6.
No, it isn't. It's just listen. Jalen Brunson. Here's the reality. Y'all's problem in this series is Jalen Brunson.
All right. What about him?
He's too small,
Okay.
right? Two, I have seen one too many times of whatever defensive strategy that they got that he'll like fake like he's gonna hedge
Mm-hmm.
or fake like he's gonna switch,
And he
and then
screened his
all of
own
a sudden
man.
just goes downhill and it's a layup. It's like, yo, what is that? That like, what are we doing, Jalen? Like, somebody help. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see him screen his own man on those plays, man. He jump
Right.
out there like he gonna pick him up, and then he ends up screening his own guy.
And there's another thing that bothers me, and this is him as now we know this from just the traditional standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
The point guard should never turn the basketball over.
Right.
And he's had a lot of careless, lazy passes that have been intercepted.
Right.
He's gone and got himself trapped a couple times where he's got the ball stolen. And as the point guard who has the ball primarily in his hands majority of the time, you are hurting your team regardless if you turn the ball over. And then it's a double whammy because Indiana is a running team. So when you
Right.
turn the ball over, it's like instant offense for the Pacers. And he's done that way too much in this series. And I think that has been one of the major Achilles heels for the Knicks in these first four games.
Okay. So your hot take right out the gate is that Jalen Brunson is the issue. He's the problem.
Right now.
All right. So bench
Yeah.
him. Then what?
I mean, you're gonna lose regardless.
Then what are we saying?
So, but hold on, wait. Check this out. The Knicks in Game 3 had him on the bench because he was in foul trouble, and the effort that McBride and Shamit, I think that's his name,
Yeah.
and
And
what's
right.
his name, Wright,
Mm-hmm.
the effort and the energy that they gave off of the bench sparked the ability for Karl Anthony Towns to play better.
Yeah.
One, but they also did not make mistakes that
Mm-hmm.
like the Knicks are comfortable and they should be. Jalen Brunson is their guy, right?
Right.
But they move without the same intensity, in my opinion, on the defensive end when he's out there. Now they trust him offensively. I mean, he's that guy. There's no doubt about it. Offensively, he's that guy. But
Right.
I don't know what Tibbs needs to do to support. Like, they should just trap him. Okay, don't switch. Just trap off of that, like off of that pick and roll, because
Right.
they've been getting killed in that pick and roll matchup.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is Jalen is maybe the Knicks' second weakest defender in the starting 5, and Karl Anthony Towns is the weakest defender in the starting 5. So if you're going to attack him, that's who you attack him. You screen with Karl Anthony Towns guy. You screen Jalen with Karl Anthony Towns guy, or whatever, vice versa, whatever. Like that's you know you're gonna get dividends. But look, I don't disagree with what you're saying. But what I do know is that when the Knicks need a bucket, Jalen is the guy. Because
Mm-hmm.
nobody else is a reliable scorer or is as reliable as he is.
Right.
Now, I think what's happening right now is it's not that Jalen can't play and Jalen's not the guy for us. It's that
Right.
Tibbs is being outcoached. The reality is he's matched up against a championship winning coach, going up against a team who's been to these Eastern Conference finals before.
Right.
And the only person on the Knicks that have been this far, or two people on the Knicks that have been this far, um, I might be missing somebody, but OG Anunoby when he won the championship in Toronto
Right.
with Kawhi Leonard,
Right.
and Tibbs when he won the championship as an assistant coach,
Right.
right? But Tibbs Tibbs hasn't been here as a head coach. He was able to outcoach the Celtics coach last round,
Right.
and he was able to outcoach the Pistons coach the first round.
Right.
Now he's meeting his maker, man. He's trying meeting his maker. He's meeting his match. He's trying to make adjustments, but those adjustments don't pan out for very long.
Yeah.
Game 3 was an incredible surprise. He made the right adjustment by bringing Mitchell Robinson into the starting lineup, put Josh Hart on the bench, brought Josh Hart off the bench. Brunson was in foul trouble, so he had to sit at times. But I thought that the way he managed that game at the end was perfect because he allowed the guys who were giving us that spark, like McBride, allowed him to play. And then he brought Jalen in to finish the game. Like, go in there, we need a big bucket, go get it. And Jalen did. So Jalen was able to contribute the way that he normally does.
Yeah.
McBride was able to go in and do the thing that he does really well, which is play really hard on defense. He
Mm-hmm.
flies all over the place on defense.
Mm-hmm.
And at times he can be a knockdown shooter. Now, if he was more consistent as a knockdown shooter, I think we would be in slightly better position than what we are now. But got to give the Pacers credit, man. They are not. They are playing as well as they ever will right now. Like, sorry, let me put it this way: they're playing to their full potential right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, and they're playing with confidence. 3-1 lead. You got the clout chasing Tyrese Halliburton, who his game ain't bad, but I think the reason why he catches a lot of hate is because he's just a corny guy.
Yeah. He's
Um,
yeah.
but nonetheless, he's one of those people that I would say should be in the conversation about being the next face of the league. Because as far as point guards go, and you see what he did yesterday, you see what he did in game 4.
Mm-hmm.
As far as point guards go, as far as anybody goes, no one has ever put up the numbers the stat line he put up in game 4,
Mm-hmm.
ever. And he's being coached by a guy that knows how to coach big point guards.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to. I'm not even going to entertain him being the face of anything. Um, he is he's an all-star.
Yeah,
And he's going to be he's a star player.
yeah,
Um, I I'm I thought about another player who doesn't win, who's not in a winning situation, who could be a superstar in this league. He plays for the Charlotte Hornets,
yeah.
right?
I agree.
I believe if they was to reverse roles, LaMelo would be leading the team similar to what Tyrese is. I think they have similar attributes when it comes to point guard capabilities, can score the ball.
Mm,
They're bigger guards. But LaMelo's in a losing situation, so we don't get to see or give him the credit that
yeah,
he might get if he was in a market where he was winning.
yeah. That's a great
Right.
comparison.
You know what I
That's a
mean?
great
So,
comparison.
and I love LaMelo Ball. You know, we've had an opportunity to go down to Charlotte to see him play.
Yeah,
But they're big guards. They're
yeah.
scorers. They can pass the ball. They see the floor very well. Um, you know,
There's some differences though.
yeah.
They're very similar in how they're built.
Mm-hmm.
Lamelo, I don't know that he's a more accurate shooter, but he definitely looks like a more confident shooter
Mm-hmm.
than Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton looks so weak to me.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he throws the ball up, and it
Mm-hmm.
just so happens that his
Go in.
peak strength goes in, right? But Lamelo seems like he can shoot difficult shots like the ones that Tyrese has made. He look like he can shoot those skillfully.
Yeah.
I've seen him do his preseason workout. Lamelo
Mm-hmm.
is one of the most skillful players I have ever seen. Man,
Yeah.
he's just so good with it. I
Yeah.
think his ball handling is much better than Tyrese Halliburton's, but
Mm-hmm.
I think Tyrese Halliburton's IQ and playmaking is number one in the league.
Okay.
I think he is the top playmaking guard in the league because You mentioned a little while ago, point guard. You got the ball in your hand majority of the time.
Yeah.
Not with Tyrese.
Yeah.
Tyrese don't hold on to the ball, man. He gets
Yeah.
that thing moving
Yeah.
and and ends up leading the league in assists. He
That
might
system
dribble.
is perfect. Yeah. It's a great
Yeah,
system for him. It is.
they they got studs that get out and run,
Yeah.
but it's you got to be smart enough to know when to make the play and when not to make the play.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen Tyrese over and over again throw these great no look passes. When
Mm-hmm.
he sees it,
Mm-hmm.
probably 10 seconds before it happens,
Mm-hmm.
he'll catch the ball, he'll look one way, holding the ball, and as soon as that play is there and it develops, that's when he lets it go. He's
So
masterful, man.
no,
With as
he's
far as his
very
playmaking, he's
yeah,
masterful.
he's an all-star for a reason. I'm not, and he's an Olympian gold medalist for a reason. I'm not going to discredit him at all. So this is the thing that's interesting about this series. All of the games have been close.
Hmm.
All of the games have been close. The one game that you guys have won, to me, the X factor, the difference maker, is Karl Anthony Towns.
Hmm.
Right? He needs to have everything unlocked offensively and give effort defensively for you guys to win this series. Because you are more than capable of winning this series, right? You got to win tomorrow night, right? Which you want to win a home game, right? And then you want to, it's a roll of the dice. We got to get one in Indiana. We've already got one, so we know we can win here. And then you want to push your luck at game 7 in New York. But Karl Anthony Towns has to be a blend of outside scoring, which is a deadly weapon for him. But I really like when he's aggressive attacking the basket. The one thing that I haven't liked is it seems like he's doing too much ticky tack antics to get fouls called, or crazy defensive fouls, grabbing the guy's wrist, or just little antics. It's like, no,
Yeah,
just play the game. Like, you're good enough, you're skilled enough, you are a all-star for a reason. Just play the game, play it hard, play it clean, and go do what you do. If he's able to find the consistency that he found in game 3, not only do I think you guys can come back and win the next 2, I think you could come back and win the series. But I believe he's different. We know Jalen Brunson is going to be Jalen Brunson. Okay,
yeah.
they're
He's
gonna
gonna try to be.
wear him down, they're gonna throw bodies at him.
They're
He's
gonna
still
blitz
going
him.
to be Jalen Brunson.
They're gonna put Neesmith on him, who is much taller, but also a very strong guard that
Correct.
pushes Jalen around a little bit.
Correct. Correct.
You're right, but I love your point about Karl Anthony Towns. So here's the thing, man. When the Knicks play loose,
Mm-hmm.
you see scoring from everywhere. You see scoring from OG Anunoby. You see scoring from Mikal Bridges. You see scoring from everywhere. When they
Mm-hmm.
don't play loose, I don't know what it is. Some games, it's like nobody else wants to shoot. They only want Jalen to shoot or Karl Anthony Towns to shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns, when he catches the ball behind the 3-point line and there's space, he has to let it go.
Yeah.
Shoot it. I don't
Yeah.
care if it goes in or not. Shoot it.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows you can shoot that. You can make that.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening, you can miss 3 in a row. But
Yeah.
if they know that they're giving you that shot or you're getting that shot, they're going to play up on you. And now when they play up on you, now you go by them and you go lay it up because he has that in his bag.
We've
But if
seen it.
every time, yeah, when he catches the ball and he fakes like he's going to shoot and then tries to drive, they're on that. Miles Turner is a great defender, man. He's on that.
Yeah.
So you gotta be able to mix it up a little bit. Let that ball fly because I trust Cat to start hitting those threes at such a high clip that it changes the whole Indiana Pacers strategy on defense.
They have to. They got to honor it.
I mean, look at OG Anunoby when he lets it fly, man.
Mhm.
Like he's not known as a shooter, but this year
Yeah.
he's letting the ball go sometimes, and he's a great scorer when he's letting it go. These guys can't catch and hold the ball. Same with Miles McBride. They can't catch and hold it. They gotta let it fly.
I'm watching I'm watching Indiana and how they're playing Jalen Brunson. When I say they're getting over every screen to stay on his hip pocket, I'm saying to myself, why isn't Mikal Bridges doing the exact same thing against Tyrese Halliburton? Like, when
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges is locked on Tyrese, and he's not able to get that screen, he can't score consistently on Mikal Bridges. And I'm talking about his percentage goes way down when
Yeah,
Mikal Bridges, because like I was telling you, he don't have a bag of moves to just create his own shot. Not against good defenders. Now, his length and his shooting ability gets it over people where he can score, but Mikal matches him size for size, length for
yeah,
length. So he's just not going by Mikal Bridges and laying it up all easy like he was doing in Cleveland against the Cleveland Cavs. So I'm like, why don't they use that same defensive strategy? Get over the screen, stay locked on him hip, stay locked at his hip, and force him to back it out or get rid of the basketball instead of that switch or the drop coverage that they're using, which goes to show what you said earlier. Tibbs hasn't made that adjustment, and they are abusing it because
yeah.
they know we don't want Mikal Bridges on him.
So
We don't want him on him.
yeah.
You
So
know?
look, I watched the post conference. Um, I watched the Knicks post conference interviews. I want to see what they say, see what they see how much of what they say is just like cliche, just the average stuff. Oh, we got to try harder. We got to lock in. All of those little nothing phrases. It's
Yeah.
a lot of that. But independent of the New York Knicks franchise and the NBA, get to say what I think players are thinking, but cannot say out of fear of being fined.
Yeah.
The referees have been calling these games in a way that do not benefit the Knicks at all. In fact, let me say it differently. They give an
1,000.
advantage. They've been giving advantages to the Pacers. So you talk about them fighting over
1,000.
screens. Pacers fight over screens, push, they strong arm, push people out of the way, it's no problem. The Knicks try to do the same thing, offensive foul. That's what happens. Karl
That's
Anthony
true.
Towns, yes, he has been getting caught doing little dirty tricks here and there, but there's also the stuff that leads to that. If I am swinging at a guy or putting my arm in the way of a guy, and he puts his arm down and locks my arm in place,
Yeah.
that's legal.
Yeah.
He can do that. I mean, as
Yeah.
long as he's not completely holding me and impeding me, I'm the
Right.
one who put my arm against his body. So
Right.
if he put his arm down, I need to get my arm out. That's it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what you see these guys doing, Miles Turner, all these guys, they stick their arms out to act like they can't get their arms free when they can, but the foul ends up going against Karl Anthony Towns. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I
Jalen
do.
Brunson, he does flop at times, but he also, I would say when we talk about flopping, we're talking about he's exaggerating contact. He's not flopping like some of these other guys. Like I watched, I forget which one of the Pacers did this. It might have been Neesmith or one of the other guys. Um, I think it was Matherin.
Mm.
Fell down on the floor like he got hit in the face or something like that. When you look at the replay, yeah, there was a play near him, but it didn't come anywhere close to hitting him in the face. But he laid down on the floor like oh my head. Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
happened to you though, dog. Like nobody
Right.
hit you there. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like the replay shows nobody hit you there.
Yeah.
With Jalen, there's contact. It may be minimal contact, and he'll just oh look, I'm dying over here, and he won't get the call, but he's trying to get the calls that superstars normally get. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like there's actual contact. He's
Yeah.
just exaggerating it to sell.
Yeah.
SGA gets those calls. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Jalen Brunson's not getting those calls this series, and that's okay. But when he's actually getting fouled, they're also not calling that. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got a big issue with the refs, man.
Yeah,
They're blowing it.
it's been lopsided, man. It's been lopsided, kind of lopsided like this OKC Thunder series that I'm not even going to entertain talking about because the Thunder are going to the chip tonight and they're going to win the chip in 5. Don't make a difference who they play because they're a better version of the Indiana Pacers with a lot better players.
They have great defense, but I'll say this, man. Again, I talked about the referees. I'm gonna mention one other thing. I want to go on record as saying I've also talked about um, Tibbs being out coached, us needing to make adjustments. I've talked about the shots we're not taking. So I'm not trying to make excuses for the Knicks, but they went to battle with the Pistons. They went to battle with the Celtics. And now they're here. And they're trying. They're fighting and clawing. But they look like they're worn out and just there are times when they're just being outclassed. Like this team, the Pacers look so much younger and faster than the
Yeah.
Knicks. And I think that's just again because of these recent battles.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they can get it together and turn the series around. But if not, that's okay too. This has been a
Yeah.
successful season for New York. On the OKC side, OKC has been through some battles. So I want to caution you. Because after they do advance to the finals, if they go to the finals against this Pacers team, and this Pacers team is similarly unscathed like they are right now, like they played in Game 4,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be a different series, man, than everybody expect.
Listen, man. I'm gonna say this, and we can finish it right here. The size of the OKC Thunder is very different than the size of the New York Knicks, right? I think the two guards for OKC Thunder both go 6'6", 6'7". All right, so they're and look, SGA want the smoke. So this whole Tyrese Halliburton foolishness that we got, nah, holla at your
Yeah,
boy. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So I mean, I picked OKC to win at the beginning of the playoffs. I'm not changing my pick. It's going
yeah.
to be a very high scoring, high pace finals if Indiana does go to the finals. I'm a reserve. I'm gonna reserve the thought of Indiana beating New York right now. I still
Yeah,
got New York winning another game. I got them winning Game 5. Then we'll be able to figure out and talk about what it looked like in Game 6 if they can pull it off in Game 6.
I love that. I'm with.
That is my
I got.
belief. That is my
Yeah,
belief that they're going to win Game 5. I can't have these guys going out like that. They're too good of a team. They're too talented. These games have been too close. It's just been missteps, mistakes, bad shot selection, a defensive mishap here that have caused them to lose games that they should have won.
yeah.
Um, so I'm a hold on to that right now, but I still don't think New York or Indiana can beat OKC in a 7-game series. Whoever
Yeah.
gets there.
That's why you make it into a 4 game series, right? Get them out of there.
Yeah. But I got New York winning tomorrow night. I got OKC finishing Minnesota tonight and
Yeah.
going on to the finals, man. What you think? What you got?
Yo, with the Knicks, I'm only focused on the next game. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got the Knicks locked in. I got them winning the next game, and then we'll see what happens in that series beyond that.
Yeah.
I do have OKC advancing to the finals. I actually think Minnesota takes this game, and then OKC get them out of there in 6. And OKC, to your point, they do have a size advantage. Pacers have a speed advantage. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Guys, let us know what you think. Jalen Brunson, Cat, Tibbs, SGA, Ant-Man, acting like the can't man at the moment because he can't find a shot because he won't shoot the ball, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, whatever. We up in the building. Stay winning is back. Ah.